Ava the Adventurer, Ava and the Dragon. Written by Chance and Jeanette Bozeman. Illustrated by Jeanette Bozeman.
For Harper and Jack.
The villagers ran as the dragon swooped overhead and let out a terrifying roar.
"He's burned down the firehouse again,"
An old lady bellowed. "It's the third time this month," replied her husband. Unfortunately, it was true. Drake the dragon had been terrorizing the quiet little village of Bergwell for months now. But today was the last straw. The townspeople met together and decided that they needed help fending off the wicked dragon. But who could the villagers call upon to fight such a beast?
"What about Boris the Brave?"
Came a call from the crowd. "No, he died fighting a dragon last month," said another.
"What about Donald the Daring?"
Another suggested. "No, he's on the run for tax evasion," came a reply. "Ladies and gentlemen, calm yourselves," announced the mayor. "I know just the woman for the job." "Who?" cried the crowd in unison, except Dave. He had just walked in the back of the town hall, late as always. The mayor called on none other than Ava the Adventurer. Da-da-da-da.
"Of course I'll help your village, Mr. Mayor. Just point me in the right direction." "Oh, this is going to be quite a climb,"
Ava whispered to Milton the Mustang as they approached the base of the mountain. Milton grunted in agreement. Nevertheless, they began their ascent up the treacherous path before them, toward the dragon's lair. As night approached, Ava noticed a glimmer of light up ahead and knew that she and Milton had reached the dragon's lair. She quietly dismounted, drew her bow, and stealthily approached the cave. No sooner than Ava had crossed the threshold, the light from the dragon's campfire was extinguished, leaving Ava in the pitch-black night. But it wasn't dark for long. Drake let out a ferocious roar and massive flame from his gaping mouth right at Ava. She dove for cover behind a rock just in time. The flame had missed her, but not the dragon's bed of hay in front of her.
"Oh, he must have heard me coming,"
she thought as she let her arrow fly towards the source of the flame.
"That's some bad breath you got there, Drake. When's the last time you brushed your teeth? If you surrender now, I promise to get you some mouthwash,"
called Ava. But Drake did not want mouthwash.
"I do not want mouthwash,"
he roared.
"I want you to leave my cave. Who are you anyway, and what do you want?"
"I'm Ava, and I want you to leave the people of Bergwell alone,"
Ava declared.
"You will have to be more specific. A lot of villages want me to leave them alone,"
Drake replied.
"Well, you should leave all the villages alone,"
Ava retorted.
"Never!"
Drake bellowed as he flew to a more strategic place in the cave. As he moved, Ava had a clear view of his outstretched wings. She saw that they were charred and blistered, and thought she even noticed him wince when Drake flapped his wings.
"What happened to your wings?"
Ava asked.
"You should be more concerned about what's about to happen to you,"
he growled back.
"I know a healer in Bergwell who's good with burns. She might be willing to help you, if you stop attacking her village,"
Ava said cautiously. Drake seemed to let down his guard.
"You think so?"
he asked. His wings were in severe pain.
"If you apologize,"
Ava replied, lowering her bow.
"They did seem like nice people, always quick to help their neighbor put out a fire,"
Drake muttered to himself. After a little more negotiating, Ava and Drake decided on the terms of their truce and made the journey back to Bergwell to Hannah the healer's hut. Since Drake was so large, the villagers saw them approaching from afar off. The villagers quickly assembled into an angry mob, ready to enact swift vengeance for the terror they had suffered at the mouth of Drake. Luckily, Ava was able to convince the Bergwellians to give Drake the opportunity to apologize for his actions. The magistrate did sentence Drake to 5 years of community service, though. He had to guard the village, help rebuild the fire department, and clean up litter, amongst other things. After a few months of treatments with Hannah the healer, Drake was even able to give the local kids rides on his back. And they all lived happily ever after.